Grover, international motivational speaker, business coach, and your reliable friend. So today I'm here with a very strong story, and this story has changed my life to a great extent in terms of taking action. But I really want to share the story because it's very close to my heart. So let me begin. The story is basically about a village where there was a farmer who was poor, very poor, and he was working in the fields day in and day out to earn his living. Now, while he was working day in and day out, he used to water the plants, he used to water the crops, he used to till the land, he used to work so hard in the fields just to get the crops for that particular season. Now the time came in. All his hard work had paid off. The crops were actually grown in full swing. The entire field was filled with greenery, and the crops were grown to full sizes. And now he was just waiting for the right time to harvest the crop. He was extremely happy and ecstatic. He felt that all his hard work has finally come down to results. Just a day before, when he plans to harvest the crops, the same night, the fire happened in the fields. The all set of crops were actually set ablaze. They were all burning to ashes gradually. Now, while this was happening, the farmer was, on the one hand, he was crying with the tears rolling down his cheeks, and at the same time, he was running to the well, picking up the bucket full of water and spreading across the field so that the fire could be stopped. While the other villagers could see the farmer working so hard to stop the fire, they started all joining the farmer and helping him to put the buckets full of water into the fields so that the crops can be saved. His hard work can be protected. His day in and day out efforts can be saved. Now, while this was all happening, people were running. People were running with buckets of water. While this all was happening, there were two more animals. There were two birds. And the two birds were sitting on a tree that was 100 meters away from the field. They were the witness to this event. Out of the two birds, one was sparrow, the other one was crow. While they watched people in panic running here and there to pick up water and throw it into the fields, they were thinking, what is it that they can do? Because that tree was grown by this farmer. And the farmer used to water that tree every day to ensure there could be some shade and there could be some birds that would find shelter in that tree. Now, the farmer needed the support maybe. And before crow could say anything to sparrow, the sparrow took a flight. She did not even look back, and she flew into a puddle of water, and she picked up all that she could from her beak. And she would fly back into the field and throw away that water from the beak and come back again. She would come back again, pick up from the puddle of water, she would again go back to the field and spray it across. Then again come back and spray it across, come back and spray it across. She did this for 3 hours relentlessly. And she started sweating. And when she started sweating, and she was breathing deeply because she was getting shortened with breath. And she climbed up the tree again. She sat on the same branch where the crow was sitting. While she was trying to take some rest, the crow started laughing. And he laughed so loudly on the condition of the sparrow. And guess what? Crow said, what have you been doing? Can't you see from the past 3 hours, there is no change in the situation of fire. There is no help that you have ever been to these people in the past 3 hours, and the fire is at the same levels. And secondly, look at you. Your face is sunken, nothing has happened, and you are tired. Such a helpless and a ridiculous state of affairs you have stepped into. The moment the sparrow listened to this crow's statement, she said something, and the crow could not smile back again. She said, what did you do in this event? And you know what I did? I became a part of a solution finding process. I participated in solving this problem. I don't care whether the problem got solved or how much contribution I did. I'm deeply satisfied and fulfilled with all I did what I could. And this is enough to give me a sense of peace inside that I was not like you, who was just a spectator to a problem. Such a thankless piece of work of Almighty you are, wherein you have used the entire set of resources that this farmer had worked hard for your nest. And today we are sitting on the same tree which was built by this farmer, which was nurtured by this farmer. And when time came for his need, and when the history would be written, my dear friend Crow, I would be written in the list of contributors, and you would also be there, but you would be amongst those spectators who could do something, but they did not participate. So my dear friends, the question is, aren't you going through something right now? Isn't something happening around you right now which is troubling you, which is bothering you, which is occupying your space, energy and time? But what are you behaving as? Is it like sparrows or is it like that crow? Are we just being spectator to what's happening to us? Or are we behaving like sparrows and doing all we could, no matter how small it is, just to bring us the sense of self-satisfaction and fulfillment? Look at your relationships right now. What is it that's not working? If it's not working, did you do that small thank you note to that person that you could easily do? I'm not asking you to solve the entire discussion range of conflicts, but that small thing can be done. That small appreciation can float. While you're giving a job interview, aren't you not facing problems with not getting a job? Great. What have you done about it? Have you come back and reflected upon what are a few things I can actually work upon? Or are you busy crying about your problems? Or are you busy just watching your problems? Or are you making a conscious choice of making the smallest, the slightest, and the minuscule effort to ensure you feel good about doing something about it? So today, a request to all of you who are watching this video. If you feel like doing something very small about what you're facing right now, please get up and do something about it. Trust me, the problem may not be solved completely, but you know what? It would get on to start getting solved. So thank you very much for watching me, and I would really request you to take a small action today. And if you're inspired, and if you were inspired by the slightest thing to take a small action, do comment and let me know if it did tick your mind to do something about any sphere of your life. Thank you very much. This is Prince Grover signing off.